everyone, it's Plushie here coming back at you guys today with another video. And today I'm going to be talking all about plushies that I recommend that I have as far as for gifts for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, if you celebrate Hanukkah, or just in general too if you are looking to give someone a plush and you're trying to think of what would be best to give them. All right, and to get started, I actually wanted to talk about thrifting plushies or buying plushies secondhand if possible. This little guy I actually got from a local Goodwill actually, and I cleaned him and also repainted. His eyes were a little bit funny, but I think it adds a little bit to his charm. But he is an old little Pikachu plush from, I believe, the Pokemon Center, but his little tush tag has been taken off. Regardless, I really love this little one and the way he sits. But I think it's great to get secondhand plushies if possible, just as far as for the environment. And also, I think it adds a little bit more of a personal touch of as far as like whoever owned it before is kind of cool, that they have a little bit more history to them. I know there's also a company called Loved Before. I'll put their Instagram over here. And they don't do tons of releases for the US, but I know definitely if you're in the UK, I believe that they have quite a few plushies up on their website that you can buy that are previously owned, and they include a lot of like little details about who owned the plushie before, as far as like kind of like their little backstories that they have, I guess is what you could call it. They're not like giving information of the previous owner, like personal information, but like just like where the little plushie came from and what they were named and stuff like that. So I think that's super cool. And also, I do want to bring up handmade plushies are a really great option as well. If you know how to make plushies yourself, obviously, I think that that's a great option too. I hopefully in a future video will be making a plushie, but there's tons of videos here on YouTube as well of making your own, and tons of different patterns made by really great plushie artists. But I do want to say too, if you are able to buy from a small business of handmade plushies, I have a couple that I'm going to be showing in this video, but to also show some different ones up here, and I'll leave their accounts too in the description of different ones that I follow of all kinds of different plushies that they make with different styles. Getting into the plushies that I have on hand, I'll go ahead and start off with I think an oldie but a goodie is obviously Build-A-Bear. I think this one doesn't have any like sound in his paws or anything like that, but I think that they are really great traditional plush that especially for like all ages, that you can really snuggle with. And as far as like putting the messages inside them, I think that you can also do more of a personal experience, as far as if you were to even take someone to fill the bear with the little heart and everything. And I think it's a great experience for all ages. But yeah, no, and I think you can even put heartbeats, I believe, inside them too, which is something that can be really comforting for people. And overall, I just think that they've kept a really good pricing, I think, over the years. I do think, you know, they are still like $35, $40, but I feel like they've kind of maintained that pricing for a pretty good size plushie. And they have tons of different styles that they do. I really love the Sanrio ones because obviously I love Sanrio. But tons of other ones as well. I've seen like the Halloween ones, the other ones that they did this year of like the bat. Then they've done like Animal Crossing in the past, as well as like Sonic, I believe they've done. Tons and tons. They've done like Harry Potter ones even. I used to have a Hedwig one. I think it might still be at my parents' house, but I figured I would put Build-A-Bear in this because I do really feel like one of my really favorite ones to cuddle with. So yeah. And then getting into the next plushie of the gift guide, which is probably a ton of you I know have heard of Build-A-Bear, but I figured I'd include it. But this is actually a Bee and Puppy Cat plushie from U2's. So I really like about them is that they have a lot of different designs for like different cartoons and different fandoms continuously. And I absolutely love this one. I love that he actually has a little bell, if you can hear it, in his bell. And he is so nicely made, like the embroidery of his little leather jacket. I mean, it's not leather on the plush because it is polyester, but no, it is just so detailed, and the little helmet even comes off, which is so adorable. And again, like the embroidery, the stitching is really good. There's a little bit of wobble. I feel like that almost always happens with machine made plush. Uh, but yeah, I think he's just really well made, and I would definitely recommend it. I believe they've had Adventure Time and a few other ones, but definitely like Bee and Puppy Cats. I don't know if they've ever done Over the Garden Wall, but I hope at some point that they will, given how popular Over the Garden Wall really is. And I believe he was around 30 something dollars, so I think that this is pretty good, especially for like the material used and just like the detail that's in it. So yeah, that would be my next recommendation, especially for, again, like people who really like specific fandoms. I feel like you might have a chance of finding them on YouTube's, if not other places. So yeah. And then another recommendation that I'd like to give is, honestly, is another like cuddle plush. This one's pretty small, but they do make bigger ones. But also, just if you have someone who really likes potatoes, honestly, the smoko, which sounds really weird and niche, but I think everybody, like, he's like a little couch potato and just such like a great shape. I think to like squishmallows, if you have somebody who really likes squishmallows but perhaps wants something different and new, I think the smokos are great because they are such like pillowy, kind of like the squishmallows. But he actually does have little arms and little feet, and this is his little tail, and then these little wings. He's so cute. But yeah, just like a really nice squishy alternative to a squishmallow. And yeah, and then honestly, this could be for anybody, but what I would recommend for babies is honestly, and I also like to preface, like, always follow the age guidelines for any plush toy that you're looking at. They should always let you know of kind of what age range that they're for. It's safe to have. I do not know those off the top of my head, but definitely if you are buying for a child, especially much younger or a baby, to definitely look into that if you have not. But I think for really young children, I think Bunnies by the Bay. I got this one actually when I was on a trip this summer, and it is so adorable and so soft. I just really love the look and the feel to this plush. It's so sweet and cute, and honestly, I think it's still like a good enough size, especially for a smaller child to cuddle and bring around with them. They can also put outfits on them just like you can with like Build-A-Bears and things like that. If you get like smaller like doll clothes, and just so sweet looking. I just think that these are absolutely adorable and very well made as well. I think like this one does have beans in its butt, so be aware of that some of them may have that. Um, but as far as like, there's no loose stitching or anything. Very nicely hidden too by the fur that they chose for this one. Kind of like the swirl. I'm not really sure what that texture or like what that's specifically called, of like the design name or style. But you can see the seams look really good around the head. And yeah, just very cute, and can sit if you're a collector as well. But yeah, I think it's really nice for cuddles for a smaller little kid too. And then I really like this little radish. I think it's a duck or chick. It's like a chick, and it's actually made by Douglas. Douglas have been making plush for many years. And this is a part of a specific collection. I can't remember what it's called, but they have a pizza rat. They also have, or it's like a pizza rat king, that I think is really funny. And then I think there's another, I think it's okra or something of another one of the chicks. But there's a lot of different ones of just kind of like these fun different little designs. And I really love this one of the radish that I found this one in Barnes and Noble. And I'm impressed, definitely, I would say, of just the construction of this one as well, and kind of just like the creative look to it. I think that we've seen a lot of like different unique plushies as far as design goes, and whether it's squishmallows or jelly cats. But I do think that this one just really stood out to me, and I just really love it. As far as just kind of like, especially like the thought, I feel like, of like the ombre and the shorter fur here, and then the longer hair on the head, and just the little sprout. So cute. This one has beans in its butt as well, so it's great for displaying. And I just think it would look so cute, honestly, just anywhere. It is so adorable, and even for like spring to kind of like set this one out. I would honestly recommend this one probably for definitely for kids, but as well as like older people to even like put out as a decoration. I think that anybody who really likes birds as well, or like they have tons of animals, Douglas does. Um, so yeah, that's another one that I would recommend to give. And then I have this little star baby by That So Peachy Co. And this one I would recommend for adults strictly. This is supposed to be more of like a collector's piece, as far as kind of like how the artist has described them. They're not for rough play, so I will make note of that. But they are so, so cute. I would definitely recommend these for, I think, anybody who really likes, for whatever reason, I think if you would really like Sunny Angels, you would probably really like these too. And it's by That So Peachy Co. is the Instagram account. The artist who runs it, you can buy them through her Instagram, and she announces the releases on there. And usually they're sold out pretty quick. But I was able to get my hands on this one, and it's so soft and so sweet. It has beans in its body, and then it's just plush of stuffing in the head. But very, very adorable. Just so sweet. I think this is so cute to just have on display. So I definitely think, yeah, anybody who likes trinkets and would like to display this one, I think this is an adorable small little plush that you would love to join the family, your family of trinkets. And then if you know someone that really loves Pokemon, I would really recommend the sleeping Pokemon plushies. This one, she's not actually sleeping, she's winking, but I figured I'd put her in this as well since she's Christmas. And I really love the fur on her, but this one is also very nice as well. But then I have this Dedenne one, and I actually sleep with him every night. These are a little bit scratchy for his whiskers, but I absolutely love the round shape of him. And it's so, so cute. The sleeping is just so sweet. I actually have a Cyndaquil, a small Cyndaquil that I think is released in a different collection that I didn't get from the Pokemon Center. This one, I think my partner actually got this one for me. And my parents got this one for me, but I think my parents got this one from the Pokemon Center directly. And then this one, I believe my partner found someone online who was reselling it. But so, so cute of Sylveon. And I bought this one just recently from the Pokemon Center when she dropped. But she's got a little Christmas of a little Eevee cookie, gingerbread, and she's also got this. This one I would definitely display. Same for this one. I also put her on display on my shelf. I just think she is so beautiful. I love the colors, or the trans flag colors too, which is amazing. It's so pretty, the pastels. And yeah, and I love him to sleep with because he's so cute, and he actually has like a butt almost, which is funny. But yeah, I would recommend them for any Pokemon lover. I think they are so sweet to have. And yeah, next for people looking for plush bag charms. Uh, this is, I think, yeah, I just did a video on these guys, which will probably be out before this one, but I really love the baby Chi-Chis, and they actually just, I just got this one yesterday at Urban Outfitters, and I think that they are awesome and so cute. And definitely if someone prefers like the more like plastic face, similar to the Labubus or maybe the Crybabies, but yeah, these are at Urban Outfitters right now. Hopefully still when I post this video, but I think that these are so cute and so darling, and they are perfect to go on a bag. I think that the little bows, especially bows, have been like huge this year, all over blankets and mugs and stuff like that. So I think that this would be an awesome buy, especially if somebody, I mean, if they really like monkeys, but I think honestly, anybody who really likes these little plush bag charms, I think they would find these adorable. And then for anybody looking for anything really soft or really like high quality, or even if, I even think that these are good for display, but I actually really want a full bear made with this material, but we'll see when I can afford that. But it's actually, this is an alpaca fur bunny that I got. I believe that the small business that I got it from, where I live, that they send in all of their alpaca shearings to a company, and they actually make these little bunnies for them with their alpaca fur, and this is so soft, you guys. I will say that the body is pretty hard, but the actual like fur is so pretty and so soft. I would honestly just hold this all day. She's so cute. Her name is Truffles, is what I named her, by the way. And this too is harder material, but then soft of the actual fur that they have put on top. But yeah, I would say alpaca fur or mohair fur, I think, is great for plushies of somebody who wants something really like high quality, or like very like expensive or something like that, or like luxury, I guess is the word I'm looking for. And I think alpaca, and sometimes they do an alpaca mohair mix. The alpaca fur is a bit cheaper than mohair, though I believe that mohair is a bit more, what's the word that I'm looking for, is a little bit more, or is not as soft as the alpaca fur, but is it's been used historically in teddy bears for a very long time, and alpaca fur as well. Definitely, if you are looking for something super soft, I absolutely love Truffles. She is one of my prized plush. And then I wanted to recommend, I just got this little guy. This is one of the Mofusan plushes, Sanrio. I did buy this from someone who is reselling it. I believe it is real. I believe it is real. I had to look at the patterns and everything very closely of the cat, but no, I absolutely love this one. I want to get the other ones, but definitely if you have someone who really loves Sanrio, I think this would be an adorable gift, or if they love Mofusan, or both. But also they just came out with Mofusan with donuts, and I really want those too. But I think they are so cute for anybody. Honestly, Mofusan, I feel like anybody who loves cats or has cats would really like these plushies, just because they are so adorable. I think of looking at, like, for cats, and they always pay really good attention to like the toe beans and stuff like that. And yeah, I really just love this one, and I think it is so cute for display, and definitely a top one for me this year. I would absolutely love more of these, and I think collectors would as well. And then for the very last plush that I'm going to show to you guys today, this one, Is this Squee? I absolutely love this one. This one's handmade by another plush artist. I'll put their Instagram up over here as well. Squee and Friends is their username. And these, let me tell you, I was trying to get one for so long. I absolutely love them. I just feel like they're so creative, kind of like if you guys have seen my video on Fugglers. I feel like Fugglers also have such like a signature look. You can see one is right back here. Um, and I think just honestly, anybody who really likes kind of like more weird or like buggy eyes, the eyes are pretty buggy on these, but just such like a unique plush. I would say again, I don't know like as far as for rough play if these would be the best, but there's also an entire Facebook group around these too. So definitely for somebody, if they are a collector, I think would love as far as being a part of the community, or if they want like a little plush to take around in their bag with them. I do know that a lot of little kids as well that parents are trying to get them for their children. So I see a lot of that of kids opening them on the Facebook too. So I think kids would like these as well. Again, I do think probably maybe a little bit older of like I wouldn't play too roughly with these because they are handmade. But still, no, I think it speaks from the fans of that they all age groups and just to take around like as a little buddy with you. And this one does have, she did put a little loop for you to put a keychain on, and she gave me, she sent a little keychain thing as well in case I did want to put it on a bag. But I just like to have her sit in here with me. And I have taken her a couple of places, but it is so cute. And there's so much lore behind these as well. And I got a little birth certificate too for adopting my Squee. And this one is a Squee baby, I believe. So I think the other ones are a little bit bigger than this one. But there's beans all throughout the arms. Construction is really nice, very high quality. I think, yeah, I like the little tongue and everything too. Just so unique. And again, she does have plenty of other like types of species and they're all from Planet Explore. So I would love to do, I think in the future, maybe I'll do a whole video around these little guys. Righty everyone, that is it for this year's holiday plushie gift guide. Please let me know down below as well if you have other recommendations for people of what plushies they should get for people this year, for collectors, for kids, for adults, or honestly like whoever you think, or just for everybody, you know, for plushies that they should get for people this year for the holidays. Hopefully this helped you if you were looking for some other ones. I know the Build-A-Bear one again is like a very easy one to think of, but yeah, thank you so much for watching, and leave a like as well if you enjoyed this video. Yeah, and I hope you are having a great day wherever you are in the world. Bye guys.